guys, I hope you guys are doing fine and you guys are doing well. My name is Notsagelelo Nxumalo. I am a proudly South African, but I have been in Finland for I think 11 years now, and now I have another home, an apartment in Turkey, so I live in both places. In this trip, guys, I was going to Thailand, and I just want to share my trip and things you can expect if you're traveling a long distance. And yeah, I was meeting my mom in Thailand. My mom was coming from South Africa to Thailand. So this airport is in Kayseri, where I live in Turkey, and it's a small airport, very, very small. If there's two flights at almost the same time, it's very crowded. Like today, it was very crowded when we were taking our flights. As you can see, there's two flights. There's one that was also, I was going to Antalya, which is another one of an amazing, beautiful city in Turkey, but it's full of Russian people. You literally feel like you are in Russia, but you are in Turkey. Which there's nothing wrong with that, you know. But if you really want to feel the Turkish feeling and everything, I prefer that you go outside of Antalya in Alanya. Yeah, but it's a very nice place. It's got beach, it's got activities and hotels. And I will also tell you, in Antalya, things are more expensive compared to where I am in Kayseri. Anyway, now we got in the flight. And yeah, there's this thing different countries does. I don't want to sound very bad, but if you are in Europe, it's very fast to sit and people would just put the bags and sit down. But if you are in Asia or Africa, this usually happens in flights, that people are just like wanting to stand and just take their time putting things, and you know, until the flight is a little bit like later than the time that it's supposed to be. But anyway, yeah, guys, this was a long draining trip, I would say, but I feel like now the planes are like my local transportation. The way I'm so up and down Finland, Turkey is like right now I am here, and it was a long trip. After a few days from Thailand, I have to go back to Turkey, and maybe I'll have some other trips outside of Turkey. You know, it's just have been, yeah, it have been my thing to be in a plane. But the nice thing is that I'm always meeting people, sitting next to some people, and yeah, and I've been lucky to sit next to the windows. Now you might be thinking, if you see another flight and I'm still sitting next to the window, and you think I pay for my seat, which I don't. Like in this flight, for example, you're sitting in a place where you can, what is it called? It's an I think, I don't remember, but it's an emergency door. If there's anything wrong with the flight, and then you just like have to open. It was an interesting place to sit in. It was my second time sitting in that place, and I knew nothing wasn't gonna happen because I mean, I serve a living God, and yeah, I did pray, and I still feel like I'm gonna have more 40 years to live. So I knew nothing was gonna happen. You can't predict that because only God can predict. But anyway, this is Istanbul. You like right now you're looking at Istanbul on app or on the sky. I don't know how to say this. What is interesting about Istanbul is that Istanbul have so many millions, I think 20 million people if I'm not mistaken, but there is some parts of the Istanbul that is a bit empty, like this part that you see. It's not like it's crowded. Guys, I'm so sorry. When I made this video, it was like in the morning around 2 a.m. because the time difference, and we've been just walking around with mom. So when I was doing this voiceover, I was like literally tired. Like I'm literally tired, so tired. I'm mourning all the time. But anyway, when I got to Istanbul, yeah, this is where drama and everything happened. You know, yesterday we were talking with mom that some people think if you're traveling, you get in a plane, you get off, you get in a plane, you get off, you get in a hotel, and then kaboom, you have a holiday, which it's totally not like that. So if you are planning to travel and you're gonna go so far away from your country, these are the things you can expect. It's not smooth, guys. There's sometimes you lose your boarding pass, which some people say it's a ticket. You lose your boarding pass and you don't have, and it's very stressful. So you need to look for your boarding pass. You cannot pass the transfer place or the border control securities without your boarding pass. So you don't know where your boarding pass is. You're gonna look for the boarding pass or your ticket and you don't find it, and you cannot go anywhere. Now also, what is very important when you are at the airport, to people who don't usually travel, or you want to travel very far but you're scared, don't be scared. You only follow the signs, but sometimes you can be wrong. For an example, here it's saying international transfer, which I was like, okay, I'm from Istanbul and I'm going to Kuwait, so this is international, which I didn't have a boarding pass, so I needed to go on exit outside of Istanbul and then go inside again, which is like checking in again. After the check-in, then I can get a ticket so that I can go back to other control. But before that drama of before that control, now you must know that I live in Turkey, right? In Kayseri. So from Kayseri to Istanbul, I don't need to pass any security control or anything because I'm in the country. Now I am leaving Istanbul and going to Kuwait, meaning that I need to go to passport control where they're gonna stamp my passport. Every country does. If you are in South Africa and you are going outside of South Africa, they would stamp your passport, meaning that you have been out. If you die or anything happens to you, you commit a crime, they got you in the system that, and your passport is saying you were out of the country. Someone is framing you, you have killed someone, they can say you were not there because they got your passport. Your passport is stamped, so that's why each and every country they would stamp the passport to see it. And the stamp of the passport is very important because when you're applying for visa to go somewhere else, they just watch your passport and they can see, oh, this person is a traveler, this person is not a flight risk because this person has been in so many places. And yeah, so it's very important that you get your passport stamp. Anyway, you can't go to your gate or where the airplane is without stamping your passport. Now I was looking for exits so that I could exit, and then after the exit I could start again. But let me tell you a little bit about the airports in Istanbul. Istanbul is so amazing. They call it a meeting point for the world because one, their toilets have some papers that you put, not papers, it's like a paper. It's designed to put on the toilet seat so that you can sit, so you don't need to wipe the toilet because they already have those. Oh guys, it's amazing and I love that. And right now I just showed you outside, which is the meter taxis if you want, but we're gonna talk about the airport because the meter taxis are so bad outside. Also at the airport, most people understand English, even if they are not 100%, because Turkish people are very hard on English. They don't really speak English or don't like English. So in the airport it's quite easier and it's a little bit big, but you can ask someone, you just say the name, like I need a gate 5, then they will tell you this is where you go. I need some lounge, this is they will tell you. I need passport control, they tell you. I need migration, a visa place, they will tell you. They just like super amazing. You need restaurant, anything you want, they will show you. Now it's very, guys, important to watch it the TV. They got these screens, I call it TV. They got these screens that are written where you are going. If you're going to Paris, it's gonna be written Paris, and it's gonna tell you check-in information where you're gonna go, and then you read there and then you go. In this part I didn't read the screen, which, guys, I've been traveling forever, but I didn't read the screen. I just assumed that my ticket was Turkish Airlines. So again, it's not the first time. I had to spend at least 20 to 30 minutes, if it was not an hour, standing in a line to go and get my boarding pass, which is, some people say it's a ticket. And I was like pissed off. I was like so pissed off. I was literally standing in the wrong airline. Airline is same like taxis. There's buses, there's taxis, there's this, so you have to go in the right place, and yeah, guys, I lost time. First I did try the machine. Sometimes this is self check-in, sometimes you can just use it, but yeah. Okay guys, I am so pissed off because I've lost an hour. I went to a wrong line, which it happens a lot because I didn't watch the screen of the line that I needed to take. So I went to stand in a line for a wrong wrong line. So right now I did go to the screen and I did watch which airline, which alphabet I should go to, which I'm heading to that alphabet. Hopefully it's not so full. I still have an hour and 15 minutes, but in traveling life you don't say an hour and 45 minutes because the 45 minutes is like for boarding, and maybe I think I have 35 minutes. So let's see. This is the screen I was talking about. So yeah guys, I did spend so much time, and now I am looking for my ride gate, which it was so amazing because it was super empty when I got there. I got my passport. I got the boarding pass, which is the ticket. Some people call it ticket. It's the boarding pass. Now I'm gonna go to a security control where they're gonna check my bag, and I need a glass of wine so I can get tired and sleep. So let's see if I do have enough time to take that glass of wine, because yeah. Sorry. As I did say to you, I was so late. I think it was like 30 minutes left, if I'm not mistaken, before catching the flight. So I was like in a hurry and I was trying to be as fast as possible. So right now where I'm walking, it's called the control where they put the stamp. It's usually separated for national people and for citizen people, other nation and citizen. So we walk to the nation. Now guys, everything was good, everything was okay, but I think this was the time when we were going to the plane. Okay, that's a story for another day. That before I got into this plane, the plane was delayed with like 2 hours and a half, but I also nearly got arrested because I overstayed my visa. But that's another thing. The reason I only got this flight is because it was delayed. Because if they were boarding the time they said they were gonna boarding guys is going. If they went at the time they told me, I wouldn't have found them because I just had so much problems. I had to go to many places, not many places, like yeah, it was many because it was one, and then when I went back it was another person. Like guys, as I was saying, if you are in Asia or you are somewhere, this happens a lot where people just stand in the aisle and you wanna pass and it takes like a long time. Yeah, but I don't experience the same in Europe. People are very fast. People wanna get where they are going, it should be like that for everyone. It should just be like that. I'm sorry guys, I was like watching the video and also I'm so tired. I'm just pushing myself, and I do want to vlog this trip and moving forward and just post more videos on YouTube. On Facebook, there is a certain number I was looking for, so that I could just go on YouTube and start. Yeah, anyway, let's talk about this trip, how long this trip was. From Istanbul to Kuwait, it was like maybe 3 hours and a half, and we started flying around this was around 6ish, around 6 o'clock or after 6 o'clock. In this plane, it's supposed to be 1:30, but it got delayed and came when it came. Even though it was a 3-hour-and-a-half flight, I was surprised because most of the airlines, they would give you bread, some snack, but they were serving full meal, honey. They were serving full meal, and I was just there for the meal because I was super hungry. There's nothing that I could have done or do. It was good. It was a very good food. I still can't get used of noodles. I still can't get used of the fact that people eat fried pork like in a boiling oil or something like that, and then it's crunchy. But as well, okay guys, when I was in the sky, I did take a video for a while because there was thunderstorm, and I realized and learned the thunder is just in the clouds. It's not above the clouds, because you could even see, it was like, you can see there, did you see it? It's showing. It was like there's someone who have just shot a gun or something at him. Okay guys, I forgot, maybe you can call or you don't call. So when we landed, it was around, I think it was like 9ish if I'm not mistaken, and yeah, it was around that time, around 9, and we were in different flights, so we didn't see each other the whole flight. We were supposed to see each other here in Bangkok, but yeah guys, I don't even know what I'm saying, the way I'm so tired. But we did land. We did land at night, and it was beautiful. It was beautiful to watch. Everything was beautiful. Yeah guys, this is one of the trips that I have been looking for a very long time, and I did kind of like want to lose weight so that I could look like a model that I want. But I mean, I'm comfortable with my body, and I don't think that I should change anything. But maybe I have to just run a few moments so that I could be as perfect and tight and ever.
Manila D78.
Guys, I don't know if I'm hallucinating or mom is talking while I'm recording.